Welcome to another episode of Polithink with your short plug on politics and happenings in the polity, Dr. Omoshola Deji. Well, I'm seeing comments already, and KY is saying, Doctor, good evening. We are waiting for your wisdom. Oh, it's past 10. It's past 10 already. God bless you, KY, for keeping up with Polithink with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Well, today, trust me, again, I have quite interesting topics for you, quite interesting things to talk about. And this is the day the Lord has made, and surely we will rejoice and be glad in it. Edo State election is coming up tomorrow. I first thought, okay, maybe I shouldn't make this broadcast. Maybe I should just leave it till tomorrow. But then I thought, okay, we can make it happen. We can talk about the permutations. Then tomorrow, we will also assemble here for some great in-depth and insightful analysis. So, it's been a busy day for me, but thank God that I'm able to make it up to you today on Polithink with Dr. Omoshola Deji, your short plug on politics and happenings in the polity. Edo election is coming up tomorrow. A lot of things going on in Edo State. When you are writing an exam, right? And you're about to submit the paper, they're about to say time up. They will say, yes, the dice is cast, the candle has been burned, and after that it will be time up. So today we can say for Edo State, the dice is cast, the candle has been burned, and trust me, tomorrow it will be what? It will be time up. It will be time up for the political parties in Edo State. They will know their fate tomorrow. Who are Edo people going to vote for? Is the election going to be free and fair? What are you going to what are we to expect? What are the political permutations in Edo State? Trust me, this is what we'll be dealing about tonight. Then I'll be talking about the CNG buses. Now, let's get this thing clear. Tonight episode is going to be very participatory. Okay, I want your participation. I want to hear from you. At least it's election season in Edo State, and definitely I believe everybody watching me is an adult, and I've been following the politics of Edo State one way or the other. And even if you have not been following the politics of Edo State, I believe you have been following my analysis on the politics of Edo State. So definitely, I would like to hear from you. As always, you know how we do it on this platform. That I always like to hear from you on Polithink with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Now I'm gonna put in the number to dial on WhatsApp. Then maybe you can call in. I'm trying to put it in the chat section and pin it. That's one of the advantage of streaming on my desktop. You can see how clear my video is. I like what I'm seeing. Okay, I think it's making sense. And to my viewers, I always assure you that the best is yet to come on this platform. Is a relatively new platform, but trust me, we are going to make it happen. Of course, we are going to make it happen. Things are going to get better by the day. I don't know the person pressing the love, but may God show you love as well. God bless you. Thanks for pressing the love. I quite appreciate you. Okay, and today on Polithink, trust me, it's not just about pressing the love button. I want you to call in via WhatsApp. I want to hear from you. What are your expectations as regards the Edo State governorship election that is coming up in few hours time? I'm trying to put in the phone number in the comment section because trust me, I also want to hear from you. And I'll be talking about the election as well. I'll be talking about the CNG bus conversion, and also I would be talking about the rivers politics. Okay, then trust me, tomorrow we will gather here and have a rigorous analysis of the ongoings in the Edo State governorship election. The number to dial is +55 13 99 666 6361 +55 13 99 666 6361. So I've put the number in the comment section. So let me pin it um in the comment so that I will not have to be repeating myself. Yes, it's pinned in the comment section. If you can see the number, please say I. If you can see the number in the comment section, kindly say I. I pinned it to the comment section. All your chats are coming here live to me, and also I can answer your questions as well, and I can also reply to your chat. Akintunde is saying I. Okay, are you Akintunde Square? Akintunde is your name, Akintunde, and your surname is also Akintunde, or you just decide to double your name twice, okay, on YouTube. Then KY is also saying I. Okay, KY, shout out to you. You wrote me even before I started this broadcast. You said, Doctor, good evening. We are waiting for your wisdom. Oh, it's past 10 already. Well, apologies. I was racing to be here with you. Trust me, I almost cancelled to this broadcast because it's been a long day for me. But then I thought, okay, let me make it happen with my Polithink. This is where we talk about politics and happenings in the polity. Where else can you be on an evening like this, the eve of the election, except to be with the political scientists, whereby you will be doing what? You will be polythinking, and that's what we are doing right now. We have the CNG bus conversion, and we also have, I'm talking about what we are going to discuss. We're going to discuss the CNG bus conversion, reverse politics, court declines APC request to disqualify PDP candidate. Should election be going on in the court? Then we also have Edo governorship election, what to expect, and also the permutation. So I'm thinking of which one should we touch on first. Should we talk about the CNG buses, or which one should we start with? You may recommend in the comment section. I released a piece today titled "God is not a Nigerian." If you missed that video on YouTube, I released it few hours ago. It is titled "God is not a Nigerian." So please do well to watch the video right here on YouTube. It's called God is not a Nigerian. Why did I say that God is not a Nigerian? What do I mean by God is not a Nigerian? Do well to catch up with the video here on YouTube. It's titled God is not a Nigerian. I was talking about governance and disaster management and the attitude of Nigerians to government, and the attitude of government to citizens, and whereby I talked about the natural and the spiritual circle. God is not in Nigeria. It's a piece that you don't want to miss right on YouTube. I have it released today. So I'm waiting for your suggestion. Which one should we start with? Because I want to make it as brief as possible, because we're also going to be here tomorrow to dissect the election. I'm waiting to hear from somebody from Edo State. I have written in for quite a while, but I'm yet to get a response from him. So if I didn't get a response from him, surely he will be live with me tomorrow to give us the up-to-date news on the Edo governorship election. Okay. So I'm still waiting for your suggestion on what we should start with. Again, I want to talk about the CNG buses, and also I also want to talk about the Edo State governorship election, Rivers politics, and many more on today's episode of Polithink with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Also, I want to hear your thoughts as regards the election. And the number to dial is +55 1399 666 6361. Again, the number is +55 1399 666 6361. If you have a car, will you do the CNG conversion? What does the CNG conversion mean? Will you convert your car from using petrol to to um to gas? I want to hear from you, KY, and Akintunde, will you convert your car? That okay, this is my car that has been using petrol. I want to convert it, and I want it to be using diesel. Will you convert it? Then the reverse politics as well. On whose side will you lean towards? Is it a Wike that is trying to be a godfather, or Fubara should be an independent candidate on his own? And also the Edo governorship election. What are you expecting tomorrow? What are you expecting tomorrow for the Edo governorship election? These and many more will come your way on Polithink with Dr. Omoshola Deji. So I'm thinking, let me just give you something brief on the CNG bus before we go to the Edo governorship election, right? On the governorship election, as regards the governorship election, I'll be talking about the strength and weakness of the candidate. Yes, you heard me right. The strength and weakness on the candidate, the permutation, and what to expect. Okay. Please, I want us to quickly look at the possible permutations first. And Willie, great to have you. Willie is saying, good evening, Dr. Dejan, Polithinkers. Good to be here today. Okay, I'm happy to have you on board, Willie. So, um, Willie, let me hear from you. KY, let me hear from you, okay? This is like the people's platform. Which one should I start with? Akitude is saying I should start with the Edo governorship election. And so I'm waiting for you, Willie. Which one do you think I should start with? Should I start with the CNG bus issue, or should I start with Rivers politics? So I'm waiting for one or two more votes before I decide where to start. And if you want to call in, of course, the number to call in is +55 WhatsApp only 1399 666 6361. Of course, I have my gadget here. I have my gadget here at alert to receive your call if you want to make a contribution to the program. +55 1399 666 6361. Let's make it happen today. Let's make it interesting. Invite your friends, invite your family. Okay, Willie is also saying that he's going to go with the Edo election. I think everybody is anxious as regards the Edo election, and Fidelis Michael is saying, "Hi, Dr. Dejan, my fellow Polithinkers." Well, Fidelis Michael, it's good to have you. Willie, I've not heard in recent time from this guy that is very active on my platform. I'm trying to remember his name. I'm trying to remember his name. There's this guy that is quite active. Sorry, just a moment, because if we are active, if I don't see Stanley, Stanley. If you are watching me, please do well to kind of like say hi. It's been a while that I heard from Stanley. Okay, I don't know what he's doing right now, but maybe later I will reach out to him. I just noticed that it's been a while that I've seen him. Stanley, I think he usually watch me from the United States, and he was quite very active on this platform. So Stanley, if you are watching me, shout out to you, and please do well to say hi. Okay, the Edo governorship election, we'll be looking at the strength and weakness of the candidate, and we'll also be making some great permutations, whereby I'll be telling you how between Godwin Obaseki and Oshomole, the current score right now is 2-1. Okay, the current score right now is 2-1. What do I mean by 2-1? Yes, you heard me right. The score right now between Godwin Obaseki and Oshomole is 2-1. 2 for Godwin Obaseki, 1 for Oshomole. So tomorrow election, is it going to be 3-1 or is going to be 2-2? So that's one thing you need to watch out for in this analysis of tonight. Like I tell you, the current score between Oshom, I told you that the election is basically between Oshomole's body, Oshomole's spirit versus Oshomole's soul, right? Oshomole's spirit versus Oshomole's soul. And if you want to, so that means that it is basically Oshomole versus Oshomole. But then, if you want to look at it that, okay, Obaseki have said, oh, I'm no longer in the Oshomole camp, I want to be a man of myself. Please do well to like this video, great guys. Do well to like this video so that other people can get to see it. Okay. So Oshomole, right, versus Oshomole. But then if Obaseki have said that I don't want to be part of your camp again, I want to be my own man. So that means we can say, okay, now it is Oshomole versus Obaseki. And like I said, the score is 2-1. And between Philip Schreiber and Obaseki, it is also 1-0. 1-0 in favor of Godwin Obaseki. Why did I say that it is 1-0 in favor of Godwin Obaseki? In fact, I think between Godwin Obaseki and Philip Schreiber, I think it is 2-0. It is safe to say that it is 2-0 and not 1-0. Okay. Why did I say that it is 2-0 between Godwin Obaseki and Philip Schreiber? Well, you need to stay tuned and get it from your favorite political scientist, Polithink with Dr. Omoshola Deji. My loyal viewers, please do well to give this video a like. Akitude, KY, Fidelis Michael, Willie, please do well to give this video a like, and also press the love icon as well. So, first, why did I say that it is a 2-1 between Oshiomhole and Obaseki? Before I go into the strength and weakness of the candidate, why did I say it is a 2-1 between Oshiomhole and Obaseki? It is a 2-1 because there's intense rivalry between both. You can liken the rivalry between Obaseki and Oshiomhole to the rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona. Yes, you heard me right. You can liken the rivalry between Obaseki and Oshiomhole to the rivalry between Ghana and Nigeria. And of course, you can liken the rivalry between Adams Oshiomhole and Obaseki to the rivalry between Nigeria and Cameroon in the game of football, or maybe Manchester United and Manchester City. So that's what you can liken the rivalry to. So why do I say that that it is 2-1? First, Obaseki was able to host the elected lawmakers that were loyal to Oshiomhole. Obaseki was able to prevent them from being sworn in as member of the House of Assembly. He was able to do that against the interest of Oshiomhole. Every appeal by people in the state, fell on deaf ears for Obaseki. He didn't allow that sworn in. And one significant thing about it at that time, when we and Philip Schreiber are still in good time, is that, like Oshiomhole, right, Obaseki also went to the State House of Assembly to remove the roof. Maybe some of you have forgotten that he went there to remove the roof of the State House of Assembly. That is one impunity too many, just as Fubara in the River State went to the State House of Assembly to demolish the complex. So you tend to imagine that what is going on? Why will somebody have the effrontery to go and demolish, a State House of Assembly and just demolish it, just like that? So it gives you like a great source of worry that why would anybody want to do that? But that seems to be the practice, and it has gone on with impunity in Nigeria. So Obaseki removed the roof just as his predecessor Oshiomhole did, but this time around he was doing it to stop pro Oshiomhole lawmakers from actually impeaching him. So for that we can score it 1-0, right? Then another thing is that to get back at Obaseki, Oshiomhole denied Obaseki the APC gubernatorial ticket in Edo State. Yes, you heard me right. Oshiomhole denied Obaseki that ticket that time. You know that Oshiomhole was made the chairman by Tinubu and his boys for the purpose of actualizing the Tinubu presidency in 2023. But at the end of the day, what eventually happened was that Obaseki used his power, used his might, used his financial watches to influence the suspension of Adams Oshiomhole in his ward in 8 Circle West. So when he influenced the suspension of Adams Oshiomhole, of course, you and I know what eventually happened when he influenced that suspension. The Buhari boys in the presidency, influenced Muhammadu Buhari to announce in one of his broadcasts that this Adams Oshiomhole should step aside as APC's chairman, because it was made by Buhari at that time, and you know that you dare not dare Buhari, so Oshiomhole had no choice than to step aside. So that one made it made it 2-0 in favor of Obaseki, right, by denying Adams Oshiomhole the plum job of being APC national chairman. And also, for Adams Oshiomhole to have lost his job, that is a goal on the side of Obaseki. But then again, for Obaseki to have lost the ticket of APC at that time, it is 2-1. That's why I said it is 2-1. But between Obaseki and his deputy Philip Schreiber, I said it is 2-0. Why do I say it is 2-0? But first, between Oshiomhole and Obaseki, tomorrow the scoreline will either be 2-2 or the scoreline will be 3-1. What do I mean by that? If the PDP wins, if tomorrow Obaseki is able to migrate to the position of being a godfather in Edo State, then that means the scoreline will be 3-1 between him and Adams Oshiomhole. But if he is flawed by the APC, then we can say it is 2-0. Now let's go to Obaseki and Philip Schreiber. I'm just putting some context before I dive deep into the strength and weakness of the candidate and the permutations for tomorrow. Now the Philip Schreiber, when Obaseki effectively ejected him, right, from the state house and and relocated him to an office in an unknown environment that the road is not even tarred. The road of that office is not even tarred at all. So when Obaseki relocated the office of Philip Schreiber, for me, that is 1-0, because it is uncommon for you to relocate the office of your deputy, your political next of kin, in such a way that if you die, that is the person that will inherit you. So politically, that is your next of kin. So for Godwin Obaseki to have treated his next of kin like that, for me, I will call it 1-0. Now, where it became 2-0 was that Obaseki was able to effectively influence. Yes, he was able to effectively influence the removal of Philip Schreiber. In fact, I will still, I will place the scoreline as 3-0, right? Because a point just dropped in my mind. He was able to remove Philip Schreiber using the members of the Edo State House of Assembly. That is 2-0. Now, the 3-0 is that Philip Schreiber have had two judgments at the High Court and at the Appeal Court, stating that his impeachment is illegal, null and void. But then Obaseki is still fighting on and has refused to make sure that Philip Schreiber is reinstated according to the dictate of the court. Well, you can say that the matter is on appeal, but then again, some lawyers will argue that the judgment is a declarative judgment. And when you have a declarative judgment, even if you are to, you are to appeal it, at least you are still bound to obey first. I stand to be corrected, but I think that is what some lawyers might argue. Well, I'm not a lawyer. I am a political scientist, and that is what I'm doing right now by polythinking with you. So between Obaseki and his former deputy, it is 3-0. While between Oshiomhole and Obaseki, it is 2-1 in favor of Obaseki. So the D-Day is tomorrow, whereby we will see whether Obaseki we eventually score another hat trick. But then again, one thing I'm saying is with the way with the way the election is going, I won't be surprised if the election eventually ends inconclusive. Yes, you heard me right. It won't come as a surprise for me if the election eventually ends inconclusive tomorrow. Because why? The thing is that it is safe to say that the PDP is contesting against APC, the PDP is contesting against the police, the PDP is contesting against the presidency, the PDP is contesting against so many power blocks in the state that I have analyzed for you. It is Obaseki versus Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Why do I say so? I've explained to you in my former video how Obaseki almost ruined Bola Ahmed Tinubu's dream of becoming the president. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu sees the president as his personal ambition. It is also a match between Obaseki and Oshiomhole based on godfather, godson crisis, okay? It is also a battle between Oshiomhole and Philip Schreiber based on their fallout. It is also a battle between Obaseki and the 19 lawmakers that he refused that sworn in. So Obaseki happens to be a man of so many battles, having so many battles to fight tomorrow. So I won't be surprised that if the election ends inconclusive. So tomorrow is a show of strength, it's a show of force. But one thing that kind of like come across to me in this election is when an election is being conducted in a state, right, and you deploy 35,000 policemen, one, and the army and the civil defense and other security agencies deploy a total of 8,000, making 40 something thousand. you will wonder that if 40,000, if 40 something thousand security agencies is being deployed, why then is the purpose of restriction of movement? You ask yourself that, when is Nigeria going to get there? When are we ever going to develop? Why are you restricting movement? Why is the purpose of restriction of movement if you have that amount of police officers, right? I look forward to an election whereby people can have their movement. I look forward to an election whereby, people can move freely, people can operate freely. I even look forward to an election that the election will go on for like 3, 4, 5 days, as it is done in some other climes across the globe. What do I mean by that? If the election is purely electronic, whereby everybody have access to the internet, and they have been registered, they have their login. Immediately you log in and cast your vote, you cannot vote twice, but then you can still log in to change who you voted for. For instance, if the election is going to hold for 5 days electronically, and you voted today for the PDP candidate, and you woke up tomorrow and you be like, this PDP candidate sef, I know they too feel am. You understand? You can still log in back to that portal and say, now I want to vote for the APC candidate. But at the end of the day, when it reaches the deadline, that vote that you have is the final. Okay, I look forward to that, whereby we won't have restriction of movement. During the restriction of movement, right? What if somebody is trying to give birth? What if somebody has a cardiac arrest, and you know that when movement is restricted, if you have a pregnant woman, you won't be driving slowly. Do you know that you won't be driving slowly because you'll be eager to save the life of that woman? So you'll be driving with speed. So if movement have been restricted, what if the police or military open fire on you? If maybe your dad or your mom or your aunt or your brother have a cardiac arrest, and you are rushing them to the hospital, and the police open fire on you on the allegation that you are suspected to be a political thug, where does that leave you? Where does that leave your family? So for me, I look forward to a situation whereby there won't be restriction of movement during election. You can man the borders, but I look forward to a situation whereby people will be free to move freely. Another thing, before I go into the strength and weakness of the candidate, is also that in this election, there's only one female candidate, right? I look forward to greater female participation, because if an election of this magnitude, you're having just a female candidate, is it that female are not qualified? Is it that female are not interested in politics? But trust me, you really can't blame women for their low participation, because of the orientation in our society. When a woman participates in politics, some people even abuse them that, oh, it is a woman that doesn't have husband, it is a silly woman, it is a useless woman that participates in politics, right? But that is not the case. So I would have loved, out of the 17 or 18 candidates, if at least maybe 6 are women, right? And I would have loved if the women are giving the men a good run for their money. Who says women are not brilliant? Who says women are not intelligent? Kojo Iweala is a woman. I think the former president of Brazil was a woman. Then I think is it one African country like that was headed by a woman. So I would love to see more women participation in the politics of a state like Edo State, whereby we can have more participation on the part of on the part of women. And I look forward to a moment whereby APC or PDP or Labour Party will give their ticket to women. They've been doing it, but they are not doing it enough. You would recall Aishatu Binani in Adamawa State, and you would recall Mama Taraba, right? You recall Mama Taraba, she's late now. She is a woman. She gave the male counterpart a good one for their money as regards the governorship election in Taraba State. And also Aishatu Binani, who happens to be a woman. But then these people have lost because maybe because they contested in the north. You know that there is this belief in the north that a woman shouldn't be the one to lead, right? You know, there's this belief in the core north that a man is naturally ordained by God to lead. But well, for me, I disagree with that. I believe that what a man can do, a woman can do better. But then what I usually tell ladies is, if they say ladies first, I hope on Judgment Day it will also be late first as well. I I hope the ladies will not run to the back on Judgment Day. Now, these candidates, right, the political candidates in the Edo governorship election, what are their strengths and their weaknesses? What will determine how the election will go tomorrow. I think it is crucial for us to look at this candidate, to look at their profile, and I want to read in the comment section, if you are to vote, who would you vote for, or which of the party is your political leaning? And Fidelis is saying Obaseki also denied tribal gubernatorial ticket by zoning it to Edo Central. Yes, of course, that is another strong point. So that means from that point by Fidelis, it is safe for us to say it is what? It is 4-0, right? So that means Obaseki is leading Philip Schreiber by a wide margin. And if he eventually wins tomorrow, if he's able to make his political godson the gubernatorial candidate, then we can say that it will be what? It will be it is going to be 4-0. That's more like a flawless victory. Now, Aswe Ighodalo, right, which is the candidate of the PDP, Monday Okpebolo of the APC, and also Olumide Akpata of the Labour Party. Now, let me start with Olumide Akpata of the Labour Party, then I'll go to the PDP and APC. Fidelis Michael says, one-time Croatia president Kolinda Grabar, the first female president of Croatia from 2015 to 2020. Okay, thanks for that information, Fidelis Michael. I appreciate you. If you want to call in, do well to call in. I would like to hear from you. Again, the number is +55 13 99 666 6361. +55 1399 666 6361. Okay, the number is pinned to the comment section. Okay, if your call comes in, it's going to ring right here in my hand, and I'd love to hear from you. So this Olumide Akpata, right? Can Olumide Akpata perform wonders tomorrow? Can Olumide Akpata, can he perform wonders based on what Peter Obi did? You see, if Edo State people, if Edo State indigene, if they don't want a godfather in Edo State, if they don't want somebody that will be paying debt of gratitude, one of the best candidates they can go for is this Olumide Akpata. If they don't want that, okay, in states that they are godfathers usually limit development. Godfathers usually hinder development. So in our state, we don't want godfathers. What we want is a candidate that we have the mind to serve Edo people. And for example, Peter Obi has not shown any sign that he wants to be a godfather, right? Has not shown any sign that he wants to be a godfather. And we can say Oshiomhole is desperate to be a godfather because he has been the one. In fact, you think he is the candidate in this election. And Godwin Obaseki, of course, if Aswe Ighodalo wins, he would have become a godfather, although we can't say how his godfatherism would be. But then we can say that for Oshiomhole, how his godfatherism would be. And I can tell you that it's not going to be favorable to the people of Edo State, because when you have overbearing godfathers, definitely it affects the development of the state. Willie saying, I see an upset in tomorrow's election by Oludi. That's from Willie. If you are watching me, what do you think is going to happen in tomorrow's election? Willie, if you see an upset in tomorrow's election by Oludi, then are you saying that PDP and APC are going to come second or third? Is that what you are saying, Willie? And do you truly see that happen? Don't you think that the PDP and APC are going to slug it out tomorrow? Have you forgotten the role of vote buying? Does Oludi have the financial war chest in terms of vote buying? Does Oludi have federal backing? And at the same time, does Oludi have the strong party structure in the state? Another thing to look out for is, does Oludi have the support of key political stakeholders in the state? Are you considering this at all, Willie? I'll be glad. It will be glad to hear from you, to read your comment. Now, what is the strength of this Olumide Akpata, right? Before we go to the other two candidates. Number one, this Olumide, if if you see him, is very educated, and there's something education does to you. Olumide Akpata is very educated and is a cosmopolitan guy. You know what they call cosmopolitan? The guy will know what's up. You understand? The guy will don't travel far and wide. The guy will know wetin if he bring to Edo State. We be say okay, oh, as he be for Canada, as he be for US, as he be for London, and if he decides okay, oh, I won't bring this thing, I won't bring am for Edo. Wetin you guys dey call soji? You understand? Say this guy he dey soji oh, say na street guy oh, he dey game oh. You understand? And Olumide Akpata is the very educated guy. This guy, you really can't downplay him in the professional circle because he contested for NBA chairman when he was yet to become a senior advocate. And I think till now, he's yet to become a senior advocate. So, the election of NBA chairman is an election for strong lawyers. Most people that usually occupy that position, they are always senior advocate of Nigeria. You understand? If you observe, say, okay, NBA chairman, Nigeria Bar Association, because why? Now, very strategic association, because you would interact with judges. In fact, you would interact with people in government steady. You understand? So if this guy, Olumide Akpata, could decide that he wants to become governor in Edo State, you can't overrule him because in the professional circle, if you can pull up that kind of upset, in the professional circle, that somebody that is yet to become a son suddenly become the chairman of NBA, you don't want to kind of like, you don't want to kind of like overlook the influence of such a candidate, because it is not easy to be the chairman of an organization like NBA when you are not yet a senior advocate. Olumide Akpata contested against senior advocates and he won. Another thing about being cosmopolitan is, if you look at Olumide Akpata, his form of expression, his composure, and this is a guy that have occupied the airwaves than any other candidate. Yeah, you heard me right. He has occupied the airwaves. You remember that song, Who's Your Guy? Now Olumide Akpata, on Channels TV, and it says, oh, as you wear day like beans and rice. You remember that song? Oh yeah, I will never leave your side. That song has been airing on channels since like forever. That song by Olumide Akpata has been airing on channels before the primary itself. Before he won the primary, channels have been hearing that song. And with my little exposure and relation with the media, it's not easy. If the media is going to give you 5 seconds, you pay millions of naira. Millions of naira. The day I went to Channels TV studio, I don't know, maybe they're talking about live broadcast or advert, but I heard one of their ogas on phone that he was saying, okay, we can help you to hear it for 15 million. And I was like, 15 million, what do you want to hear? Is it live or something? But then I wasn't able to ask the man. So Olumide Akpata has campaigned in a cosmopolitan manner. Right? He has taken his campaign in a kind of way that, if you are the educated type, right? If you are the type that value education, if you are the type that love, being metropolitan, being cosmopolitan, if you are the type that value intelligence, definitely you want to vote for Olumide Akpata. But the question is, what is the level of literacy in Edo State? And how many people in Edo State really value intelligence like that? That's one thing we must consider, because if you were to be in the US, right, if you were to be in Canada or in the UK, you can say that, oh, this place, so people value intelligence well. So Oludi, now our guy, that kind of a thing. But in a state whereby, people may not value intelligence that much, you understand? So what is now the prospect of this Oludi guy? At the end of the day, you may see that he may not be able to pull the string because he might be the right candidate at the wrong time. Maybe if Olumide Akpata is now contesting, maybe maybe in 2056, maybe there would have been more civilization in Edo State. Maybe the number of literate people in Edo State would have increased. But for now, I don't think Edo State people value value education much like that. You ask me why. Edo people, voted for Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole was a tailor, right? Oshiomhole was a tailor. So, and the court that reinstated or that gave the victory to Oshiomhole gave the victory against Professor, I think, is it Osumbo or something like that. So the court at that time said nullified the election of a professor and gave the victory to Oshomole. So it is Oshomole's election that made this election to be happening now, that made it off cycle, because when the court nullified the election of that professor, right, Oshomole's the election of that professor and gave power to Oshomole. Oshomole's tenure began counting from when he took the oath of office. So that made the election of Edo State off cycle. So if people, yes, Professor Osumbo, thank you, Willie, God bless you. And Willie also says Edo electoralists are the most independent minded and informed voters in Nigeria who cannot be easily deceived by the antics of vote buying. Oludi is more connected with the people. Okay, that's come from William. And Akitude says, I see the next governor of Edo State decided by the court. I agree with you that it may end inconclusive as well. I said it the last time that, see, may we tell ourselves the truth. All this one wey dem dey do for Edo State na pure nonsense. So make I just yarn you the koko, like the band we say. You see, you deploy 30,000 policemen, you deploy 50 billion policemen, you print ballot paper, you are wasting your time. Collect these people CV, to carry and go court. My lord justices, yeah, examine their life, examine their pedigree. Just pick one for us, because at the end of the day, now wetin go eventually happen be that. Make we no deceive ourselves. You understand, my people? Make we no deceive ourselves. Now wetin go eventually happen be that. I said it on Sunday that all these ones, it has been proven that election is a waste of time. Look at what happened between Atiku, Peter Obi, and the election. If we have taken their CV to the Supreme Court, it would have saved us billions of naira. Say, oh yeah, Supreme Court, this is the CV of Tinubu, this is the CV of Atiku, this is the CV of Obi. Pick one, because at the end of the day, that is what will eventually happen. And I have asserted on Sunday that the people that will eventually decide the election in Edo State are not even from Edo State. They are not, because the judges that will decide it. Imagine the people want to go and vote tomorrow. Who go die, yo. But the judges that will determine the election that are not even from Edo State, some are from the north, right? They are in one place sipping coffee. They are gladly waiting, because you know what? Olumide Akpata is a lawyer. Ighodalo is a lawyer. And there's no way APC with somebody like Adams Oshiomhole will not use federal might. That's sure. Let's not deceive ourselves. You understand? Tomorrow is almost here. You will see what will happen. It will be all over the media. There's no way Adams Oshiomhole will not use federal might in an election like this, which has become a political elite gang war. Yes, you heard me right. It is a political elite gang war, whereby the political elite in the state, are in battle with one another to retain or regain power. Yes, you heard me right. The APC is trying to regain power. The PDP is trying to retain power. So it has become a political elite gang war. So if you ask me to name this election, I will name it a political elite gang war. Okay. So and I use that word very cautiously, because they are going all out against each other. And you can be rest assured that Olumide Akpata or Ighodalo, or both of them, will eventually go to the court. That one is certain, because the election will not end up being conducted in a very credible, in a very transparent manner that will dissuade these guys from going to the court of law. So one of the major strengths of Olumide Akpata is he is a very educated and cosmopolitan guy. Say education sometimes na problem. You understand? Education sometimes is a very big problem, because when people are educated, you understand, they no dey gree, they go dey claim their right, especially for the fact that he is a lawyer. And you know that Olumide Akpata will have access to the best legal team that anybody can assemble, because of course na im profession now. You understand? Imagine say you be doctor, you come sick, right, and they want to operate you. Of course you will have access to the best legal team as a medical doctor, right? And the thing is, Olumide Akpata may get the support of MBA in the state. He can get the support of every lawyers in the state, right? And you can say that, oh, how many lawyers are in the state? But one thing is that, let's look at what I can call the spiral effect. Imagine if all teachers in Edo State decide that they want to support you, or let's say all transporters. You know that if all transporters, for instance, let me use transporter, if they say they want to support you, do you know what that means? What that means is that their wife, of course, their immediate family, their wife, they would have convinced their wife that, oh, if Olumide Akpata get there, oh, we go see food chop, oh, their mother, their father, their children that are of electable age, definitely you will have their vote. So if you look at the spiral effect for Olumide Akpata, it may amount to nothing much, but the support of NBA, really count a lot. And if at the end of the day, if NBA decide to attend to his case in court and do pro bono, whereby they are not charging me anything, they are doing it free of charge. I've told you guys that electoral cases in court, don't think that they spend 2 naira. Sometimes they spend billion. See this Tinubu tribunal election. If you ask Tinubu, the kind of lawyers he assembled, Tinubu spent billions of naira. Yes, you heard me right. Billions of naira. Billions of naira. So it is not like an easy thing to go through the election tribunal. But then Olumide Akpata may not be spending much because it is his profession. Then one thing for Olumide Akpata is he boasts robust manifestos. My apologies, manifesto on the issues bordering Edo people. If we look at his manifesto, I think his manifesto is titled My Pact with Edo People. I stand to be corrected. Yes, I think it's My Pact with Edo People. If you look at that manifesto, man, you see that Olumide Akpata has a robust idea on what he wants to do in every sector, right? In terms of education, in terms of health, in terms of school, he has this robust manifesto that anybody that is educated, you understand, like if you really want an educated person and you are really concerned about what the candidate can do, definitely you want to vote for Olumide Akpata because he has this good manifesto. The one that comes a bit close to it, but not like his own, is that of Ighodalo of PDP. But that one of APC, right off. So you will wonder that how did this guy? I think APC made that guy a candidate because they are the ruling party at the federal. I think if they were not the ruling party at the federal, they would have made that guy a candidate. That's what I believe. That's what I think. So they believe that even if he is not sound enough, but then after all the federal mind, vote buying, everything, it's just as if some of you that when you are writing GCE, you go and get the support of machinery just to boost you, or some of you when you were in the university that you go and do GP boosting, that you go and run your course. Some of you watching me, you know what you did in the university, right? Don't worry, nobody is seeing you, but you know in your mind, right? Chemtrex, great to have you, says we are intelligent and ended up with Tinubu, who does not have a simple high school diploma or school certificate. It is very sad, my brother. Very, very sad. Very, 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 very sad. But then the trend will continue. This school side of it will continue because they will not change it. I can tell you for free that the political class, they will never change it. Tinubu, after he leaves there, they will still leave it open. And at the end of the day, we might even be governed by another school sat. But the truth is, when a school sat is governing you, what do you expect? You shouldn't expect much development. You shouldn't expect much vibe from a school sat. That's just the truth. And that's why Nigeria is where it is today. Imagine if Tinubu eventually use 6 years, eventually use 8 years. That means 8 plus 8, 16. Buhari, Tinubu, that means for 16 years, we're governed by people that can't even present school sat. And you said that, oh, Nigeria is not developing. A nation cannot run more than the intelligence of his president. Yes, you heard me right. Because even if they are giving him good advice, he will still be saying, no, this is what I want to do. This is what I want. This is how I feel like. So that is it. So Olumide Akpata has a very good manifesto. Then it comes from a zone with huge voting power. I think, hey, what's the name of this local government? There are two local governments in Edo State that their voting power is very, very massive. Olumide Akpata comes from one of those local government. But another thing is, I think the PDP candidate is also from that guy. I said it's also from that local government as well. So that is one of the disadvantage for Olumide Akpata. But it comes from a zone with very huge voting power, that if all the people in that zone, if they troop out and say, oh, Oludi, now our guy, forget, he won't have much work to do in, in other zones. He just needs the criteria, as in what they call the spread, right? The vote spread for him to win. Champions, if you are still watching me, how do you see my video this time around? I think my face is more clearer because I've changed the streaming style. Does it make sense that the one that I used to do before, or I should go back to the way I used to kind of like stream it before now? You can see that it's more brighter. I think my face is showing the more, and I think you can view it on landscape as if you are watching a movie. Before, you can only view it, straight, as if you are holding your phone. So let me know if this makes more sense. Willie, does this make more sense? Then Willie is responding to Chemcheck and saying INEC and court made Tinubu to happen to us against our will. And you see, I pray for a time whereby we have an election in Nigeria, and it won't be INEC and the court that we will, that will be it won't be the court. INEC can determine. It won't be the court that will be determining leaders for us. If you want to call in, please, again, the number to call in is +55 1399 666 63361. Check the comment section. The phone number is pinned there. And Willie is responding and says this stream style is perfect. But one thing I noticed about this stream style, right? The reason why I'm thinking of going back to the other one, whereby I'm streaming on my phone, is that while I was streaming on my phone, right, I think I used to have quite more viewers. I do have more viewers. Like, I don't know the configuration. YouTube recommends my video to so many people, but because I'm streaming on a laptop now, I don't know why YouTube is treating me like a newbie. You understand? So it's a bit concerning. Though this streaming is perfect, but then YouTube is not moving my video like the way it used to move it before now. So I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm actually using my laptop and my HD webcam, right? So I don't know. Maybe it is because I'm using the laptop. Maybe the algorithm or something like that. So I don't know, maybe if it continues like this, maybe I should switch back to my phone. Maybe that would help. So another thing is, Olumide Akpata may enjoy the 2023 carryover of Labour Party popularity. In fact, the truth is, it is if he gets votes in Edo State, the truth is he would have enjoyed the carryover of the popularity of Peter Obi. Peter Obi just came into the into the into the election, and he did what? He did wonders. And Peter Obi has been giving him that support. And the effect of this Abure faction has not shown, has not affected Oludi, because Peter Obi is the main person that people want to see in Labour Party. And Peter Obi has been giving him that back-to-back support. And another thing that will work for Oludi is he has the support of Alex Oti in Abia State. So it's always good when you are contesting under a party and you have a governor from that party. If you have a governor from that party, it will help you, because the governor can be able to support you with his legal team in court. Each state usually have their own lawyers, right? Each governor usually have their own strong lawyers that are paid from the purse of the state. So if it goes into legal fireworks, the governor can help you. And of course, in terms of cash, it's not easy to run campaign. So because Olumide Akpata has a governor, at least a governor, right, it will be kind of like very helpful. Now let us look at the weakness of this guy. What if he spoil a chance, right? If he make am affect am? Yeah, Fidelis Michael says better video. I know, my brother, but then I don't know why YouTube is doing like this, because when I was using my phone to stream, it used to kind of like spread my videos over. Maybe because I started YouTube from my phone, I upload videos from my phone, I started the live stream from my phone. But I noticed that as I'm using this desktop, It's not moving it, the way it used to move it before. If you notice that before, if I'm online like this, maybe I'll have like maybe 80 something, 70 something, understand, an appreciable number. But now I think it's you people that are my family and my loyalty. So I don't know what's wrong. Maybe if I try the phone one, maybe it will improve back. Then another thing is, YouTube is asking me to do something. So I'm trying to get the document. So maybe it is because of that. Because of that thing that I'm here to do, I don't know. But then, may God help us. The most important thing is you are enjoying me, I'm enjoying you, and of course, we are polythinking live on Polithink with Omoshola Deji. So now, if you look at it, the weakness of this guy, and I told you when I was talking about Peter Obi's chance for 2027, don't forget, I said if you want to do an election and you are not the ruling party, whether at the state or at the federal, don't ever have a weak running mate. Maybe some of you will become a politician tomorrow. Make sure that even if you are weak, your running mate is strong. But one of the problem in this case is Olumide Apata has a weak running mate. Nobody knows that his running mate. One funny Hausa name like that. Nobody sabi the guy. May we tell ourselves the truth. Nobody know that guy. So Olumide Apata has a weak running mate, and you know that running mate matters in an election. If you have a good running mate, it will help you. If you get good running mate, it will favor you. People can, because of your running mate, begin to vote for you. Yes, people can, because of your running mate. For instance, Atiku Abubakar was a good ticket for the Obasanjo presidency because those northern political, yes, Yusuf Kadiri, God bless you, really. Who is watching me from who is watching me that is an indigenous of Edo State? Do you have any indigenous of Edo State watching me? So the Atiku ticket was a good one for Bola Ahmed for former President Olusegun Obasanjo, because you know why? You see those northern political stakeholders, those northern cabal, those rich guys, those emir, dem be Atiku guy that time, that year. So the Obasanjo ticket, Atiku's as running mate really gave Obasanjo the necessary boost in the north. During the time of Yaradua, the Jonathan ticket was more like an appeasement to appease the people of the Niger Delta. So it was more like an appeasement, say, let us appease them. Let us just, give it to them because of the Niger Delta oil conflict, right? Now, to Buhari, the Osinbajo ticket, some of you don't know that it was Tinubu. Maybe some of you don't know these things. Make I carry you reach there. It was Tinubu that was supposed to be the deputy of Buhari, but Bukola Saraki tackled Tinubu to the last. You know when they say tackle to the last, he tackle am with his flesh and blood. Say no, we cannot have a Muslim. They were in the same party at that time. Bukola Saraki stood his ground, say no, we cannot have a Muslim ticket, and we are contesting against an incumbent, a Jonathan and Sambo, that it won't work. So people subscribe to Saraki's view, and that's why I wasn't surprised when Buhari became president and Saraki was facing trial, even as Senate president. Part of that trial was orchestrated by Tinubu as a payback. But then Tinubu has been politically matured now, maybe because he knows these guys, they can do and undo, they can ruin his government. If not, maybe if he's not politically matured a bit, maybe Saraki himself will still be standing trial for another case now. So Olumide Apata, his running mate is too weak to pull the desired effect. You understand? Your running mate must be able to fill the vacuum. You understand? That is running mate. Where you are strong, when you are imperfect, your running mate is perfect there. For instance, people usually say, oh, Buhari is a northern fanatic. Oh, Buhari, is a sympathizer to Boko Haram. When they were killing Boko Haram, he says, why were you killing my people? You know what Tinubu did? He gave him a Pentecostal pastor as his vice. Look at that strategy, right? That, okay, the people that are saying Buhari is a bad guy are people that are Christians, like, Pentecostal Christians, people that so much believe in Christianity. Okay, take Redeemed Pastor Yemi Osinbajo. Immediately they gave them Yemi Osinbajo. Those people that were criticizing Buhari, all of them kept quiet. Immediately, it was like a magic wand. It was like a magic wand. All of them instantly kept quiet. Nobody was saying Buhari was a fanatic again. So Olumide Akpata could have gone for a candidate that would help his destiny, a candidate that will boost his chance, not this Kadiri, Yusuf Kadiri, that he has decided to go for. And even if you look at this Edo State is largely a Christian state like that. You understand? It's not like maybe there's many northern population. So all these Yusuf Kadiri, will not help, Olumide Akpata's political career, right? The thing is, and another thing is, to make matters worse, he did not pick a candidate that they think is an insider. He and his running mate are seen as outsiders in Edo State. They are not seen as homeboy. Say Olumide Akpata was practicing his law firm, Lagos, Abuja, and all that. So the people in Edo State, they don't really see them as an insider, just as the case of Asue Ighodalo. In fact, should I tell you the truth? That team may now work in favor of the APC candidate, because those local people for Edo State, some of them will think, oh, Monday Okpebolo, sabi speak English, na local boy, na we. That local spirit, when e go enter them, because some of these people that are local, you can't rule out that local reasoning. So Olumide Akpata is seen as an outsider in Edo State. Now, another thing is, this guy, Oludi, he doesn't have enough public sector experience. He has been in the private sector. And you and I know that in the private sector, what it takes to succeed is different from what it takes in the public sector. It's a very different thing entirely. But then, that you succeed in the public sector, in the private sector, doesn't mean you succeed in the public sector. Because in the private sector, you are dealing with reasonable people. You are dealing with your fellow professionals, right? If you are a lawyer, you are dealing with your fellow lawyers. People that have also gone to school. People that have trained to become a lawyer, that have gone to law school. They've appeared before a judge. They've won cases, right? But if you are now appearing, but in the public sector, you are dealing with different kind of people. The sensible, the senseless, the educated, the uneducated, the useful, the useless, the intelligent, the unintelligent. It is not easy. So the skill that it takes for you to survive in the private sector is not the skill that you need to survive in the public sector. So that may also count against him. Then the thing is, if you look at it, the party structure that is very formidable in the rural areas, party wey be say e dey everywhere, make I speak pidgin. Party wey be say for Edo State, e dey everywhere, wey be say everybody know. You understand? Even for the rural area, places wey be say you go carry boat enter. You understand? This Labour Party, e no dey too know for those places, and you can't rule that out. And you know that sometimes these local people, they vote too if they really want you, if they really want to support you. So which one should we go to next? Strength and weakness. Should we go to the APC or that of the PDP candidate? Let me hear from you in the comment section if you are watching me. We've just assessed the strength and weakness of the Labour Party candidate, and some people are rooting for him. Like somebody like Willie is saying that Olumide Akpata will have the day in Edo State tomorrow. And some of his strength, like I said earlier, is educated, is cosmopolitan, he has this MBA support as a professional, he has great manifesto. That is, if Edo people value education, you can match that manifesto and education and being cosmopolitan, you can match it into one. Because if you are educated and cosmopolitan, you will value robust manifesto. If you are not educated and not cosmopolitan, you go dey think say who manifesto help. So that means we can match that together, right? So that it is only educated people that value manifesto. Like me now, I'll be interested in manifesto that, okay, what are you even saying you want to offer? That's why if I'm in Edo State, I'm sorry to say, with apologies to APC supporter, I can never vote for Okpebolo. That's the truth, because it takes a lot to become a governor in a state. So you that you are here to grab power, and they said, you know what power does to you? It brings it brings some form of arrogance. If you are here to grab that power and you cannot attend to debate, you are shunning media invite. What will now happen when you now have that power? What will happen? Right? So you now be a governor like Buhari, that people will be begging, will be begging and almost dying before he gives the country a presidential broadcast whenever there's another, there's an urgent issue. So do we want to have a president like Tinubu that, people will be dying to hear from him? People will be begging before he gives a presidential broadcast. So if you are watching me, which one should we go to? Should we go to the APC strength and weakness of the candidate, or that of the PDP? You can call to contribute. This is +55 1399 666 6361. Again, the number to dial is pinned in the comment section. +55 1399 666 6361. Okay. Maybe I should go to that of the PDP, right? Let me go to that of the PDP. Now, the strength, this guy has some good strength, and he also has some weaknesses. But then his strengths are more than his weaknesses. That is the PDP guy, I swear, Ighodalo. His strength is more than his weaknesses. One of his strengths is, of course, like Olumide Akpata, he is educated and very cosmopolitan, right? He's very educated and cosmopolitan. Another thing is, the corporate Nigeria. You see, this guy, this Aso Ighodalo, I didn't mean he's contesting in Lagos State. If I pay him, because most of these corporate head offices, they are in Lagos State, and this Aso Ighodalo, now their guy in the corporate world. In the corporate world, among people that wear tie every day, they know him well. So if he's contesting in a state like Lagos State, that all the corporate head offices are in Lagos State, he would have great support, financial support, moral support, vote, vote influencing support as well, because it's the choice of the corporate Nigeria. He has been, he has sat on so many board. He has been a board of direct. He has been part of board of director in so many corporate organizations. That is why when, as Adams Oshomole insulted him that, oh, this guy, he doesn't know anything, he can't even speak the language, he blasted Adams Oshomole and said, oh, Adams Oshomole, what are you saying? You that I have sat as a board member of so many companies. You, Adams Oshomole, you are a tailor. So who is more eligible to govern the state? Is it me that I have sat as a board in so many organizations, or you that you are an Obioma tailor? Aso Ighodalo, lashed out at Adams Oshomole when Adams Oshomole was saying Aso does not cannot speak the language of Edo people. So that itself is a major concern. Then another strength of this guy is that he has business and private sector experience. He has a lot of business sector and private sector. Then he has support of PDP governors. That is one thing. This Wike guy, right? Most of the PDP governors are against him based on the issue he's having with the governor of Bauchi State, right? Now, these governors are going all out to support Aso Ighodalo for the sake of Obaseki. And you know that if PDP governors are supporting you, you are coasting home to victory. If PDP governors, if they are supporting, because they will support you with money, they will support you with everything that you need, right? They will support you with money and everything that you need. So he has the support of PDP governors. Then he is a candidate of Edo diaspora, but me, I don't really rate the diaspora as anything really important or significant like that, because there's no diaspora voting, right? Nigeria is yet to kind of effect diaspora voting. So if you are the candidate that have the support of Edo diaspora, it doesn't really amount to anything in the true sense of it. And even if you are in the diaspora, how many people want to enter plane to come and vote for you? Most people in the diaspora, they don't even have PVC. And the truth is, because their eyes is not there, people that they are even showing love from the diaspora, if they tell them that, oh yeah, come, vote for, make sure you cast your vote for Aswe Ighodalo. Now that guy, make you make sure say you vote for, you can be rest assured that they will say, oh, I've heard, now yeah, I go vote for. But the truth is, they won't vote for him, right? So for me, I don't see it as more like a strength, neither is it a weakness. If you have the support of the diaspora and maybe some lame organizations, I can call them like that, like NANS, National Association of Nigerian Students, I regard those ones as very lame organization because they have little or no impact, right? So I see them as lame organization. So I won't consider it more like a strength, and I won't also say it is a weakness. You know why? Politics is an all-commerce affairs, right? Politics is an all interest sport. So if you are now the candidate of PDP and you have the support of NANS, you have the support of the diaspora. So if the support is going like that, say, you understand, your love don't shine be that. If you have the support of NANS, you have the support of market women, professionals, organizers, mechanics, you understand, it is something. So we really can't rule it out, but then it may not be a significant level. Will you compare the population, the sagacity, the ruggedity, of road transport workers to that of NANS? You understand? So that is one thing we need to consider. Then another thing is that work for this PDP guy is the some people, are solidly behind him on grounds of balance of power. Right? I think him and is it him and this APC guy or something? Him and one of the candidates, I think it's the APC guy. I stand to be corrected. They are from the same um, senatorial area, and one part have produced that guy. So they think that okay, now we too we should produce this one for that balance of power. So the some people, you understand, he has been able to kind of like penetrate them. Then another thing is he has a good running mate, which is one of the disadvantage of Oludi. Imagine Oludi, you that you are the third force. Even now you suppose go look for strong running mate pass. But then Oludi does not have a good choice of running mate like that of Aswe Ighodalo. Oludi does not have a good running mate like that of Aswe Ighodalo. Then another thing is that he has good manifesto, of course. After Oludi, I told you earlier that this guy has a very great manifesto. And another thing is, and he will be running on the record of Godwin Obaseki. Of course, you can't rule out the power of incumbency, right? You really can't rule it out when you have the support of an incumbent. For somebody to have ruled a state for 8 years, at least he would have stamped his foot on the test of time in that particular state. So you can't rule out the role of somebody like Godwin Obaseki when he's giving you the support. Because, and even the reason why Obaseki is giving him the support, like I said earlier, is the election has even become a personal battle for Obaseki, which is an advantage for Aswe Ighodalo. You understand? Because it is an election that Obaseki is fighting for himself. He doesn't want to lose, both to cover his tracks and also to make statement to the likes of Obaseki, to the likes of Adams Oshiomhole. And don't say that Obaseki cannot defeat them. I'll give you an example. It has happened before. Fayose defeated an alliance of two governors in PDP in Ekiti State. Two governors, Segun Oni and one other one. Segun Oni and one other governor, was it Kayode Fayemi at that time in his first term, whereby they aligned against Peter Ayodele Fayose. But guess what? You already know it, that Ayodele Fayose defeated all of them. He defeated that alliance. So if it happens in Edo State, know for sure that this guy is not the only one to do it, right? Know that this guy is not the only one to do it. Yeah, it has been done in Ekiti State. And because it has been done in Ekiti State, who says that Godwin Obaseki cannot do it in Edo State? Willie, are you still there? Fidelis, are you still there? I'm thinking of I'm thinking of testing this broadcast on my phone. Maybe things will get better. So I'm thinking of quickly switching the transmission to my phone so that I can really know what's wrong. So I need to know if you guys are still there, and if you guys will permit me, to quickly switch it to my phone. Immediately I end this one, I will just start another one on my phone, and maybe we can continue from there. So I'm seeking your permission. You know, can we make that happen? Willie, Fidelis, and some of my viewers watching. Okay, I'm waiting to hear from you, and we are yet to talk about the weakness, right? The weakness of Aswe Ighodalo, the weakness of Aswe Ighodalo, and also the strength and weakness of the APC candidate. Every candidate in an election has their strength and weakness. So that strength and weakness is like a scale. You understand? Strength, weakness, strength, weakness, and at the end of the day, you have to match the scale with that of other candidates to now make a permutation that, okay, at the end of the day, who will eventually win this election? Willie, I'm craving your indulgence to end this one and start another live on my phone immediately. Maybe things will improve. So I don't know if you can give me the honor of a minute. So if I end this stream immediately, I won't put anything. I'll just start another live from my phone, to see maybe the streaming can improve, right? Because I usually have quite a number of viewers while I was doing it. Using this opportunity to test it. Maybe it's because I'm using it. Okay, Willie says that's fine by him. Okay, God bless you, my brother Willie. Thanks for your cooperation. So now I'm going to quickly end the stream, right? I'm going to end it and just put the phone in front of my laptop so that I can continue the analysis on my phone, right? So I'm already setting the live stream right now. I won't put anything. I'll just start it live. Okay. So the live stream is going to start now. I'm going to end this one, and that one will start like almost immediately. Okay. So do well to join that live stream. Let's test it on the mobile. Okay. Do well to join me. God bless you. Let me end this stream.